Well, I'm glad we're in the habit of talking after the first song because there's a lot of ground to cover. First of all, this is WEFT Champaign 90.1 FM. You are listening to WEFT Sessions with Mark Smart, and if you're watching, I think the camera may have focused on the wrong thing there. We had couples slow dancing for the first time I can remember on this show. So
it's a new tradition.
Your radio experience may be different from your visual experience depending on your vantage point. I was talking with Mark before the show about last time when he was just here, and last time was December. This wasn't the last time, but the time I was remembering you just being here was actually about 13 years ago. So yeah. I guess that means I'm 13 years older.
Yep. We both are.
Well, it's nice. Given there are a lot of acts from 13 years ago, we couldn't reassemble. Happy to be able to have you back and in good health. So
thank you.
And I would also like to thank Bill Saylor for making the show possible at all. And also we have a camera crew, so welcome back. And it's just nice to see this. Yes. Oh, the thing is, the other guy was so shy about being identified that I just got in the habit of letting people kind of, he said, no, don't identify me. But you and Jacob, I think, are a little more outgoing about that. So anyway, yes, we wish Mike well. I don't know if he's listening, but he's on the road. But he and Bill worked it out that we would still do this, and so yeah, it's happening live, and that sounded all the feedback I've gotten so far, that was just, I agree with it. It was great.
Oh, thank you.
So really, really, really nice. Do you have any engagements where people who like this can go hear you again in less than 13 years?
Yeah. Sometimes I play on Friday afternoon in the lobby of the Electrical and Computer Engineering building.
Mm-hmm. Where would people find that if they have business there but don't
know? It's right south of Beckman on Wright Street. It's the new building. So I play there sometimes. But can I plug my mailing list?
It's your hour. You can plug anything that is a legal operation and does not have specific price figures.
Oh, okay. Yeah, if you like what you hear, you can go to virtualjazzorchestra.com. This is called the Virtual Jazz Orchestra. So what I'm doing is I'm using different instruments to imitate a whole big band, but it's just me. But yeah, go there and send me an email, and I can put you on my mailing list, and you'll hear about upcoming performances.
So the good news with this is not only does it sound good, but hopefully you'll never break up.
Yeah, hopefully. Well, it's what can happen is your laptop can die, So
I need to back mine up so badly.
Yeah, I had a backup laptop, but it died, so hopefully this one won't die tonight.
My problem is I have to stop using it for a few hours in order to back it up. So.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we can. There are recordings available that people can purchase.
Yeah, I don't have a CD of recordings of this stuff yet.
Okay.
But I have a few sound examples on the website, but I haven't put together a full recording yet.
And can you be booked for children's parties?
Oh yeah, I'm available for many different events, and it's good. I'm really good for swing dancing. I think that's what I'm aiming for, is to kind of become a one-man swing dance band.
All right.
So,
well, They demonstrated that
Yeah,
it works.
yeah, it seems
so.
to be working. Yeah.
Well, I will. I'll leave you to do maybe 3 in a row, and I'm just going to sit back and enjoy it if you don't mind.
Okay, sure.
So I should tell people one more. You can't identify the artist too much unless it gets in the way of the music. So Mark Smart, if you're enjoying this, you're listening to Mark Smart on WEFT 90.1 FM Champaign. Thank you.
was a little rough, but software does weird things. Okay, this will be very recognizable to people. Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah.
You, it's your turn.
So
Panther
that
theme, yeah.
seems to be getting a lot of feedback. My parents are huge Henry Mancini fans, so the minute you went into that, I knew they were gonna like it.
That tends to be a crowd pleaser.
I didn't know people in the studio and in Canada and all over were Wyoming, but
Yeah.
that's But when I was doing my 60s shows, I got a collection that has A Shot in the Dark and that, and
Oh, cool.
some of his iconic themes. But
Peter Gunn.
well, I already had that.
Yeah. Yeah.
That comes up at trivia. So
Yeah. Cool. Okay, this is Satin Doll as if
Ooh.
it had been played by a weather report. That's what this is.
Oh, now I'm.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
You know, it's funny you said weather report because I've been playing Frank Mills,
Oh, yeah.
and I believe he, Music Box Dancer, I think took off as part of an evening newscast.
Oh.
Because it came out in 74 and it didn't do anything until like 78 or 9.
Oh. Huh.
And I want to say some Nashville
know that.
station was using it for the newscast. So.
Oh, yeah. Cool.
By the way, Jacob and Mike just wrote to say they would not be here, which I kind of figured at this point. But,
Yeah.
it was very courteous of them.
Good thing
to,
we didn't wait up.
They said pass it on to you, and I figure you're good at this point.
Yeah.
But it's because it's 10:31, I need to do the station ID. So this
Okay.
is WFT. I mean, I've been doing it, but I'm supposed to at the bottom of the hour. WFT Champaign 90.1 FM. And I would say thanks to Jacob and Mike for ordinarily being, glue that holds the show together, or Mike actually does the show. And tonight, Bill filling in and Jason. And now that we've established I can say Jason's name and he won't be self-conscious.
He's not on the lam or anything.
Right. So the dance party seems to have dissipated, but
Okay.
nice. I'm enjoying it, and again, all the
Oh, thank
feedback
you.
I've heard is good. So, you want to tell any more about what you do, or I guess you kind of described it, but
Okay, yeah, for the music geeks, music software geeks, I can explain somewhat of what's going on. What I do is I on some songs I play the background track in at the beginning using a regular keyboard, but on other songs I have a pre-recorded backing track that's got the piano, bass, and drums. But the horn sounds I'm playing on this instrument called the Haken Continuum, which was invented by a friend of mine at the ECE department at U of I named Lippold Haken. So it's sort of a keyboard, but it's continuous. So it's the sort of squishy surface, and you can, it senses how hard you're pressing, and whether you're pressing farther away or close, and also side-to-side position, so that you can, do a vibrato. So it's a lot more like playing a horn.
just so I'm clear, then is that the only one?
Oh no, I think he's made about 700 of them by now. He's been selling them commercially since 2004, and so there's a lot of them out there.
Is this his primary business then?
No.
Okay.
He breaks even on that.
Well,
he's a professor in the ECE department and teaches electronic music and advanced projects lab classes.
Thinking even if there are 700, that's there probably aren't a lot of professional performers using them out there.
There are some.
Mean, you couldn't just go to, say, Laramie and expect to have competing people you could go see play that.
No.
You'd have to do your homework or get lucky.
I used to play in a rock and roll band, and so we would always make a joke about, if there's more than one band playing, they'll say, "Oh, I'll just use the other band's drums." Like I'd say, "I'll use the other guy's continuum."
Good luck with that.
That never happened. Yeah.
I think even the other guy's theremin is probably no guarantee.
Yeah.
The other guy's continuum, you said?
The continuum, yeah. So I've been figuring out how to do horn, like the horn harmony that you're hearing is some stuff that I programmed in. There's a software called Reactor, which is like a synthesizer construction kit, and so I built this thing in there which you play one note and it'll put harmony underneath it, like a big band arrangement.
I think I mistook it for the doorbell just now.
Oh,
Either that or somebody's really at the door and I'm ignoring them.
oh, yeah. I think there is somebody at the door.
Oh, well then, that would be useful. Yeah, it's kind of like in the second hour. The only time somebody will call is right after I go on the air. So then
yeah.
Okay, nobody there. They either
okay.
maybe trick or treaters
I
that
don't think that was
got
me
tired
making
of
the
waiting.
sound.
So anyway, well, you have a whole other half hour, and
Okay.
obviously, if you're mid song or something, or if you have an encore, we're not going to cut you off right mid song or anything. So
Okay.
just keep me abreast of. Let me know before you go into the last one, so that
Okay.
I have something ready. But I'm just going to enjoy it. And do you want me to come back and talk before?
Yeah, maybe once. Yeah.
Okay. Well, then we'll talk 2 more times, I guess.
Okay. It works for me.
And yeah, this is WFT with Mark Smart.
Miller's in the mood. Something like Glenn Miller's in the mood.
going to talk 2 more times, I thought of 2 things that would be timely to go ahead and address.
Okay.
Number one is, while a lot of these are material that I've played on my midnight show, it's occurring to me that people may know the melodies, but they may not, with instrumentals, have heard the titles before. So if you wouldn't mind identifying them just for everybody. I mean, you did say Satin Doll, and we talked about the Pink Panther theme, but...
okay. Yeah, the last one was Opus 1 by Tommy Dorsey, and the one before that was In the Mood by Glenn Miller.
Which I played the Henna House 5+2 version recently for 77.
Oh, okay.
And I believe we also had a question from the audience here.
Oh, yeah. You're still doing the engineering
Well,
open house.
we need to say it into the mic, or people
okay.
won't know what we're asking. So, did you want to come up and ask, or?
Repeat the question.
Yes. Okay. I'm understanding you do some kind of Jacob's Ladder engineering open house thing, and
In the past, I've been involved with a concert there with the Tesla coils.
Okay.
But I haven't been involved with that the last few times.
well,
But yeah, recently what I've been doing at engineering open house is doing what you see here. So.
I could have been smooth and acted like I knew what I was talking about, but if you prompted me, I wouldn't have had any idea. So,
Oh, okay.
it's always bad to be like, "Hey, let's remind everybody about that thing." I don't actually know what. I try not to do that.
Now there's some good videos on YouTube of our Tesla coil things from the past. And we'd kind of worked out this system where we could make the Tesla coils do synthesizer sounds by, like, I was driving them from the laptop, but you could get them to do different sounds instead of just playing a note.
This is something that's just regularly on display there?
They do it. They've done it the last few years too, but I haven't been involved. But there's some videos on YouTube, like I did an arrangement of "Let's Go" by the Cars, and
Oh, wow.
some stuff like that.
Well, the building you're talking about, either I may have been there 12 years ago or I've never been there. So,
okay.
you know,
I mean, the building I'm in now is just opened 3 years ago. So.
Okay, then I definitely have not been there.
Yeah, and we used to be an Everett lab, which is at Green and Wright, but now that's being refurbished to be the bio engineering department. We moved to this other building that's by Beckman.
Well, I remember one time Poster Children had a show at like 11:30 in the morning, and even though I try never to miss them, it was at 11:30 in the morning. So
Yeah.
And that's the last time I remember even considering going to that part of campus.
Yeah.
I take that back. I think they had some guest speakers at night, but you know, not. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. And you still have how many more? As many as you like within reason.
I run out of time. Yeah.
Okay.
I got a bunch more songs. But,
Okay. Well, let's make sure we get to as many as you comfortably can accommodate.
Okay.
What's this next one?
On Green Dolphin Street.
Oh, my dad loves that.
Oh, great. Hopefully I can do it justice.
Played it just for him at least once, maybe twice.
Thank you.
you have one more?
Oh,
You
yeah,
can
I
have
could
two
do one
more if you want.
Yeah.
You want two more?
One.
Okay. It's up to you. Even better if it's a long one.
Okay.
Well, normally we kind of sum up before the last song, so why don't you tell people one more time what they've been listening to in terms of who you are and where they can see you again, or
Okay.
booking information.
And my name's Mark Smart, and I'm doing a solo jazz performance here that I call the Virtual Jazz Orchestra. And you can see what it's all about if you go to virtualjazzorchestra.com.
Mark with a K.
With a K, yes.
There is a performer who calls himself Mark with a C. He writes it out.
Oh,
So
okay.
you're not that guy.
Right.
He's in Florida, I think.
We do have a group on Facebook of people named Mark Smart from all over the world.
Oh,
So there's about
guess-
4 people on it.
I'm not eligible. That's fine. Actually, yeah, I'm surprised how many Todd Hunter. There was another DJ named Todd Hunter, country music DJ,
Oh, yeah?
and so
Yeah, I was looking online, and there's a Mark Smart who coaches a football team in England, and then there's another one that's a taxidermist in Montana.
we booked the soccer coach. You're not actually the soccer coach.
Nope.
We need a reshoot. Sorry,
Yeah.
we had you here under. No, of course we
Yeah,
if we
yeah.
had you on in 2004, we
Oh, yeah, you never knew.
we're not making a mistake tonight. But yeah, that other guy does have an open invite if he
Okay,
ever
great.
wants to.
Yeah. I'll put it on
nefariously
the
pose
Mark
as
Smart
you
group.
and see how long it takes us to spot the difference. That's interesting. I guess that is the advantage disadvantage of having a name that isn't like Joachim Horowitz, or if you have a really hard to spell, hard to pronounce name, you're not likely to be mixed up. You're Googleable, but if you have a name like Sam Smith, you can just blend right in.
There's a lot more Mark Smarts than I thought there were. But
I guess you could compare social security numbers if you really wanted to. Probably not.
yeah.
Well, I should tell people, I think I've thanked everybody multiple times, but if you're enjoying the local music, I have another hour of local music with a lot of brand new stuff coming up. As I said, Bone Jugs in Harmony and 17 Sisters Slick Lisp. Apparently a number of people provided me new music, and it didn't reach me until just now. So I am excited to go through it like it's Christmas. And either way, then we have that 2-hour tribute to 1983, which has some local music, not as much. But so 3 more hours of music after this. Thanks again to Mark Smart. And you still get Mark for one more song, and I'm looking forward.
Okay, here we go.